What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyd and I'm back with some more Asian mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as save option but declined. That's kind of like in chess where you offer a draw and the other guy goes, no, let's play it out. Hades is Joe here. Opponent today is Ra. His name's HellsRavage. Here we go. Dock coming up for both players. Very standard. We've got some fish out. It's actually an interesting matchup here, the Hades versus Ra. Because unlike Zeus, Hades does not get access to Skylar. So it's not just an automatic win for Hades. And on top of that, without Bolt, you don't get an extra kill on the trireme or a bolt somewhere else on the Sphinx that might come through. So you actually have to play smart with your heroes instead of just like brain dead sending in to do some damage to your opponent. Villagers coming to the wood. Standard build order here for Greek is 4 villagers wood, 4 village food, 4 villagers wood, and then the rest go to food. Or even drag that ball close enough for it to be efficient to gather from to the town center. Now for Ra here, the build order, generally speaking, you don't want to boom too hard on this map against Zeus. So the build order is 4 food, 4 wood, 4 gold, and you advance at 5 minutes. So that's the aim. And possibly grab a second town center or go for a fast heroic. Or play super safe underneath your docks and just defend fish while trying to get to the next age. Why am I not in the camera? Maybe I should sit. Is this better? Do I look good now? Okay, here we go. We have 5 villages from Joe though, so he's getting a little bit more fish, a little bit more booming. The 4 villager build on food is more like a 410 or a 430 advanced time. 5 villages look like 430, 445 advanced time with something like 12 fishing ship. That's kind of your aim here. I look fine in the camera now. What are you guys talking about? Alright. Temple comes up sooner or later. I actually prefer to go double dock, and we are seeing Hells do that one. Once you get the 3rd villager on wood, build the 2nd dock, and you get the 4th villager on wood, and then you'll be able to build fishing ships from 2 docks. And it's like 1.5 fish a cycle or something. And there's the temple for Joe. How many fishing ships he's got so far? I've got 8 fishing ships, so probably going to be looking like he will hit the 12 nice and easily, and be sitting really good in the next age temple coming up for Hells. He's trying to get it up to advance really fast here. Doesn't have the food though. That's a bit strange that he's gone Pharaoh there onto the temple. Because the villager takes about 40 seconds. I think it's 40 seconds to build a temple. The thing never tells me. But it takes about 40 seconds to build a temple, and if you use the Pharaoh, it's sure you get it up really fast, but you lose resources elsewhere. And Hells is going to be hitting the classical age at perfect time for 5 minutes here. The garrisons villages and garrisons fishing ships gets that upgrade, and we do see Athena and Bas coming through. A little bit faster for Joe, looking like more like a 430 or a 440, 445. And the dock's coming up for Joe. And how many fishing ships do you have? He's stuck with 8 fishing ships, fair enough. The 430 build order is 8 fishing ships, so a little bit behind on that one, but Joe's not exactly a Greek player, so we can forgive him for that one. I'll see. It looks like Hells is thinking he's going to go. He's going to go for what looks like a classical fight here on the water, which is going to be a difficult situation for him because these trireme are very, very strong. Because they have 14 range and cabinets only have 12 range, so it makes it it makes it very, very difficult for you to micro against the Greek triremes. And combine that with a restoration. If you micro correctly, get all of your triremes microed well, and focus down to half HP, then cast restoration. Spam the stop command button, they will come back up to full HP. It's a very, very good strat, and it works every time. We'll see. We do see the cabinets are getting spammed into the docks. One way you kind of counter the range is by not fighting until you have approximately like 10 plus cabinets. If you have 10 plus cabinets, the micro stops being that much of an issue. The retreat micro stops working because your cabinets will be able to pick off the boat before it can kind of get away from yours. So we'll see. We've got the fishing ships getting focused down over here as well. Cabinets coming out, 10 of them. This is kind of what we like to see. And Joe is actually kind of falling behind on the boat production here, but because his boats are a little bit stronger, just because of the range, I think the speed's the same, everything else is the same. Maybe they get a little bit more crush armor. No idea. Relics on the map. For some reason, we never see relics grabbed on these maps. Oseberg Wagon and we've got Trio's Boat. They're both really good relics, but the water micro is beginning. Now, as Ra, I prefer to not retreat my ships. As Egyptian against Greek, I prefer not to retreat my ships. Because once they get pulled in, you don't pull the boats back. The boats don't really get pulled back unless your opponent doesn't micro very well. So I prefer to focus fire and try and pick off all the low HP ships here. Nice rain from Hells to block the restoration. What is this? 12 ships to 12 ships. So very even fight right now. Lots of low HP ships for Hells though. Nice micro from Joe, kind of winning this fight at this point. Pulling some back here. A little bit too over eager with that pullback. A couple of really low HP ships that need to get picked off. Constantly select your opponent's trireme in these fights so you can see which ones are low and which ones you have to get picked off. And now we see Hell's getting a little bit of an advantage here. Now he's going to make a move in. Getting a nice little pick off on that trireme there. Moving in to start trying to pick off some more of these triremes. But underneath dock fire, 12.48 damage these dock does, but it's not really doing anything. There's the restoration. No stop command, so these boats do not go back to full HP. But does manage to keep it alive with 1 HP there. So nice stuff. Continuing here. Still roughly even on the boats. Like it's still pretty close. So anybody's game for the time being. You know, I feel like the longer this goes on, the better it is for the player with more fishing ships. So, who's got the most? 10 fishing ships to 8, right? Yeah, so Hell's is going to get slightly further ahead here. But it's not going to matter that much, I don't think. I think he should be okay. It's going to be a really interesting game because whenever you play Mediterranean, the water is not like immediately won. It always ends up being a super interesting game. It's why I love Mediterranean the most. Because if I get like a 10-minute or 12-minute water fight, and you just give up water because you've got enough economy to support 3 town center boom, and fish economy is not that good. You got the trireme moving in yet again, getting some more harass in here. 19 ships to 17, which can't really fight underneath the dock fire. It's possibly time to grab those second town centers now, fellas. Got all these wood villages, 22 wood villages here. Looking good. Sphinx chasing around the Catastropus here. Feels good, feels good. The cabinet's pushing through. Doing all of the deeps. The damage per second. Making it look easy, Hells, but Joe, nice defense as always. Still looking like he can hold on. Some idle fishing ships. You kind of can't do this. It's not worth. Just come over and grab this fish here instead of this fish here. If this is where the fighting is, if you fish over out of the way, you'll be in a good position. Again, it's falling, but nice pick off at the start. Nice concave from Joe, but a good surround onto two different locations for Hells, preventing any serious micro from happening. And microing in these situations, in terms of pullback micro, generally doesn't do all too much, and you kind of shoot yourself in the foot unless you can do it with one trireme only. You never do multi-trireme pullbacks with this many trireme ships here or archer ships here, because that's just going to allow your opponent to stay in there, and it's looking like this is going to be Hells taking the water here. But we do see a second town centers up for Joe now, and Joe can probably defend underneath these docks. They do have an extra bonus damage, and it's extra 1.6 extra damage over Egyptian docks because he's Hades, or about every other dock because he's Hades. And here we go, lots of these boats going to be fighting, but I think it's looking like Hells wins the water here and Joe gives up on it, which is completely fine because at about the 11-minute mark, this is about right, and Joe can just grab 3 town centers here. He's going to have to re-attack the water, so you want to see if you can pick off as many of these archer ships as possible. But if you can grab this town center, you're in a really good position to win the game. Now we've got Joe grabbing this town center as well. Sorry, Hells grabbing this town center as well. And yeah, you just have to come up here and grab this one. Soon as getting the scouting in. What's Joe's resources? He's got enough to grab it. You should just go for it. But not happening just yet. Armory coming down. More docks getting thrown up. I like this. But hide them. Move up here and hide them here. Like kill the bear and put them up here, so that may not get checked out. Because then you can do some sneaky raids once you hit the heroic age and do that kind of stuff. You're eating the boar as well. I think Joe is just straight up just trying to get to the heroic age here. Hells on the other hand is got shaft line, skin of the rhino, getting all of the upgrades. Not grabbing his next town center just yet, but sending some villagers over there and start pumping the villagers. He'll be in a good position. We'll see what he does. What does he do? That is the question. It's looking like this archership army is starting to get a little bit toned down. Villagers moving on to this gold mine. Probably walls. Just one wall here and grab the town center. The big issue over here is this town center is only... does he see this? He does see it. Well, he's not going to be fighting it though. Maybe he can attack attack the town center here. Delay it just a little bit, but we do have Hades Shades coming in to pick him off. This guy does some damage. There we go. Sphinx down. Third down center. 4 Hells coming in, but Apollo 81%. I'm interested to see if Joe decides to go back on the water now, like right now, because he's saving all these fishing ships, rebuilding the docks, and he could simply just, he's grabbing Juggernaut now, once he's not ready to give up on the water just yet. The old race to the heroic age and try and beat your opponent that way. Now I've got the farms coming in for Hells. Really does not have... that much food at all, even with the fishing ships. Got Persine though. Trying to micro the cabinet around, but here we go. A couple of Juggernauts going to pop out now. These fishing ships will be back to work. Nice to say 5 of them, so nice job from Hells. Also getting his town center, grabbing this relic, getting the Oseberg wagon. Villager in the corner of the map for the perfect trade route. We like this. Got some units moving forward, ready to look for some raids. And even though Hells won the water initially, it's all part of the grand plan for Joe to come back here with these Juggernauts. And he's moving forward. You don't even have to take out the cabinets here. Just attack fishing ships. Because these cannons take a long time to kill you, and so long as you can kill the fishing ships before they start moving, it's fine. We've even got some Pentaconters here. I'm not sure why you would build Pentaconters before instead of just building Juggernauts, but that's fine. I'm trying to clean up the cabinets, which are getting absolutely spammed out right now. Hell's going through Hathor. Grab some of these things as well. Still no military buildings though for Joe. Just forcing all of this water fighting for some reason. But okay, we're still looking for something to do. Dodging the Juggernauts, but Juggernauts again, they should just be looking to kill these villagers or the fishing ships. I got age 3 coming through. Joe really short on food for the time being. Got a lot of wood though in the bank, so he could be building up the farms. He's eating pigs at the moment, which is definitely more efficient. So keep that up until those are done. Ajax and Charon moving forward. He's going to win this one. We've got the ramming galleys coming out for Els though. He's also wanting to get Sultan 4 so he can keep getting food income. But sacrificing these cabinets, not the best idea. He built them. Need to be fighting with the ramming galleys. I guess Joe just knows he needs to maintain control of this location here because that's huge. If Hells can have that one, it'll be really difficult for him to hold on to that town center. Rock Raid's now coming in. What's in this one? We've got this juice jaws. That'll be cleaned up by Chiron fairly easily. And it looks like Joe's cut villager production, or he's at max villagers now as well. Probably the same with Hells. Hells going through Osiris. Joe not yet advancing, building some of those donkey caravans. Sometimes it's better to cut donkey caravans and just grab Mythic Age first, because they do cost a lot. Like it's, what's 15-second build time or something, right? Yeah, 15-second build time at 100 or 75 food. It's a little bit better. It's gonna be Mythic Age soon. Pentaconta's fighting against the ramming galleys here. Pentaconta ramming galley versus Pentaconta Juggernaut versus ramming galley archery range. Locust comes down, but you get the unfortunate 0 Locust kill. Nice micro from Joe in order to save that one. Big Dog Stronghold going up in the front of Joe's base. Hell's looking like he wants to make something happen here. But Joe able to clear this all out now. He's kind of won the water for the time being. And some watchtowers going on over here. Let's see if Joe's going through fastest. So Cyrus coming through. He's got 49 favor, so able to get Forge of Olympus and get his units doing work. Random retreat, not sure why that is. Some war elephants here. It is time to just give up on this. He's still building. Oh man, he's still building ramming galleys, and he's even getting reinforced ram. I don't actually think this town center is. It was probably in range actually, so he does actually have to keep fighting. But you just mass Pentaconta here. All ramming galleys. You don't even make Juggernaut yet. Let's see what happens. Picking off those fishing ships. Good idea. And now Hells is going to be setting up catapult. He's got watchtowers coming out, and here's Hephaestus for Joe. Extra armor is coming down. Plenty of ult to be chucked down somewhere. There it is. War elephant coming in. Catapult attacking the fortress here. Achilles coming out. It's a big army right now for Hells. Joe is just heavily invested in the water. Going to be taking out all these docks. Joe's got to use the sentinels at home, so he can't use it on this position here to help him out. Now I've got the catapult coming in. Eclipse comes down to stop the I guess the earthquake, but maybe Hells didn't want to do it because he didn't give himself the Pharaoh buff, the Son of Osiris, but like Joe going to be losing this town center fairly shortly. Colossus coming through. It's just a loss that Joe is willing to handle there because he's really not fighting back just yet. Let's see if he can get some hoplite out. If he gets the hoplite out, then can deal with these bloody war elephant and everything else. The catapult, they can have all these military buildings. What's Joe's like situation here? 136 pop. That's a good pop. Oh, now the Oxy Juggernauts can just take down Hells' town center here, and there's no response for it. He's got heavy ramming galleys, but Hells just not paying attention at all, and he's like, yep, I'm moving forward, no problem here, but losing the town center. Going to lose a Mythos stronghold as well, and the other Mythos strongholds over here can get picked off as well. These watchtowers can go down. The heavy ramming galleys coming in now to pick off the Oxy Juggernauts, and this is maybe going to be just a 2-town center game. From what it looks like, I mean, hell, like Joe, he's got Pentacontas queued up, but not sure how he's going to deal with, not sure how he's going to deal with Hells' heavy ramming galleys. Now we have the hoplite in, copper upgrades. Needs to get those bronze upgrades out because, Hells actually only got copper shield, so he's okay. I need to see a Bellerophon to come out. I like that Hells is just leaving his side of Osiris near the watchtowers, so that when Bellerophon comes out, he can just garrison inside that and defend against it. All watchtowers are up now. He can go for this town center. He's got his own third town center back. Pentaconta fight is underway. Heavy Pentaconta versus normal Pentaconta though, or ramming galleys, heavy ramming galleys that is. Right, they're the same thing. Fortress trying to get back up, it's been spotted by the catapult as Hells is slowly but surely moving in. But Joe's got the response now. I said he's got Bellerophon, but he's got Perseus, so he doesn't even have a good response to the Son of Osiris here. These Toxotes deal a lot of damage. So they basically get a free extra copper weapons. And the fortress also got up as well, so we can see some Heliopoli action, or even Gestrophides if he feels like it. Well, we can probably surround the Son of Osiris now. Oh, no. Pulling him back. Nice job. Too many guard towers right now. The water fight is such an important part of this game right now. And he's doing a good job. We've got the Oxy War Barge here trying to take down the fortress, but the fortress is so important. We've got Pentaconta is stopping it. And we've also got these Oxy Juggernauts with like fully upgraded, almost fully upgraded, needs iron weapons still. And we're taking down this town center here. Just to prevent the town center from going up for Hells. Got a Heliopoli sitting there at 99%. You still eat the Pentacontas, man. For now. We got a Chiron targeting down Son of Osiris here. 10.5 damage a shot. Or a second, or whatever you want to call it. Joe managing to stay alive for the time being, but he really just needs this Heliopoli out. But the town center's up. Now that means more heavy ramming galleys to defend. And even going to be throwing down some guard towers on the shore to defend even more. Some more of those Oxy Juggernauts coming in. It's looking like Hells has got the population to play with at this point. He's going to slowly move forward. Even got some watchtowers coming in here. Maybe going to start being able to pick off the donkey caravans of Joe. Heliopolis is out now though. Ready to move in. Maybe once we see champion upgrades for his units, because he's going to have full iron. Yeah, he got full iron, so his army's really, really strong. But he needs like Pentacontra out here to deal with all of the ramming galleys of Hells here. But it's looking like Hells has got no real response for these. Fastest gold situation. Really not that good. 169 pop. Joe lost the town center in his base though. Where did these catapult come from? Is there a transport ship? It's not a rock. Joe still hasn't noticed, but he's managed to take down this town center. Lost his temple. Lord. That's gotta hurt. I have no idea how he got these catapults here. Is there a rock somewhere? Maybe the rock got killed. Insane. But managed to kill the town center. Back to 3-1 town centers. Home town center coming back. We're just picking off this catapult. Joe is not out of this game yet. If you can get this town center back, he's going to be in a really good position. Because Hells' economy is a little bit shot compared to Joe's. Because Joe's got the extra 20 volt on top of everything else going on for him. Oh, I'm gonna pick off the guard tower. Try and go for the back TC here. There's a couple of ramming galleys waiting for him though. We'll see if he's fast enough. These Oxy Juggernauts with the burning pitch do so much damage, and Hells is not paying attention because he's so preoccupied over here trying to micro the Son of Osiris. And it's looking like town center will go down. Back to 2 town centers to 2 town centers. Incredible display so far from Joe. Defensive display. Just not able to kill him. And the Heliopolis ready to take down the Migdol stronghold. Run the Juggernauts around. Reproduce those Pentaconters to fight back. And even though they're heavy ramming galleys, the Pentaconters are just that much stronger because of all of those upgrades. It's got access to like the fortress over here. Town center's coming back up with 11 villages over there. Wagon recaptured. Gold rate 15% increased yet again. And that Son of Osiris is 25 HP. Just shoot him! Shoot him! Kill him! Yes, Son of Osiris is down. Big win for Joe there. Surely we start seeing some like some Colossus or something, or Villager Ragnarok. I guess he's still got this gold mine here. The villagers, it's not a bad idea, the Villager Ragnarok right now, because he's got too many villagers for how much resources he has, but he's not going for it. You just send him in, pick off all the guard towers with the villagers, and just take the losses. You can reproduce them really easily as well. Alright, archers getting picked off here. What Charles' army? 160th, 160th. A lot of Pentaconters here. Yeah, Oxy War Barges attacking buildings. It's not the best use of their attack because they don't deal significant damage to the building foundations for some reason. So I asked someone about why that is, but the damage calculation just goes soaring when the fortress is up. So much more damage they do now that it's up. But it's got this fighting, ramming galleys. We'll be picking them off fairly soon, but the fortress will be falling. And now that he's picked off all of these, all the Pentaconters, or the ramming galleys, we start building some of those. War barges to take the town centers down again. Where do all these villagers go? Get up on him? I think he still has an underworld as well, right? I'm just chopping down that tree. He's got trees over here. I guess he has no trees on his map. That's insane. There's really no wood here for him. Feels bad for him. Very rarely do you get wood starved. So we might go back to 4 town centers now. Benticont is sitting idle. No siege ships out for Joe. You're not able to get any catapult in to stop this town center from going up. So many idols here. So the heavy trireme out though to help out with the ramming galleys. But we're back to 4 town centers for Hells. Sitting in a really good position now, Hells, I think. So a good amount of gold so we can spam the mercenary. And it's looking like Joe's just about to run out of gold himself. I can't stop yawning. It's bedtime. Another fortress coming up for Joe. He really needs some siege or something to push forward. Much easier with the siege ships. He's doing some damage over here. You can start picking off the trade route. And stick the archer ships here. Very, very nice. And he's going out to the docks, but got some guard towers coming back up, and still no siege ships coming through. Now the mercenary cavalry and everything else making a beeline for the market. It's going to be difficult to defend, but see if Joe can do it. Look at these heavy triremes just picking off camel caravan. And Hells needs to maybe adjust his trade route a little bit. Maybe put it over here so it doesn't go by the shore. There's the underworld. Oh, we're going for it. Joe's going for it. Fortress comes down. In range of the town center, unfortunately, but this fortress should go up, and all of the damage to Hells' trade route right now is absolutely gigantic. Even though Joe's run out of gold here, I think he's stopped the gold for Hells. 172, and Joe's got a lot of resources in the bank as well. So he's got the fortress up. These camel caravans are falling. I'll keep the villagers alive for the time being. That's absolutely huge, but I'm not sure. I mean, Joe's only got almost 3,000 gold to play with right now, which isn't a lot. We'll see if we can utilize it enough to either get another gold mine or get his trade route working. He could go from up here back to his hometown center, which is a good distance. He's swapping his trade. He can build a market over here and go to there. Like the fortress is about to fall. And now some Oxy Juggernauts are back. He picked off this town center here with the Juggernauts. You know, some of those guard towers, and he's got a couple more guard towers to take down. Juggernauts do a lot of damage against these guard towers. Going after the Migdol stronghold. I got priorities, man. Priorities. Doc's trying to come back up. Hells has actually lost all of his docks, so now we can kind of got free reign over the map here. We'll see what he can do with it. Another fortress going up for Joe. These camel caravans deletes the market, ready to go back the other way, but Hells loses the town center back to 2 town centers apiece here. And Joe will be sending his Juggernaut back over here to stop this town center from going up. We'll see if he can do it. I mean, even if he doesn't stop it, he can just tear it back down. There's not a lot that Hells can do to counter this. And he does manage to get on top of it, completely preventing the town center. Start sieging towers now. Take those down. Joe is just on another level here. Some catapult coming out. Can be able to take the take this location down at the very least. But at what cost? Where's his trade gone? He's gone to 20 or 19 trade caravans. From like, it must have been like 30 or 40. So try and get that forward town center up. A perfectly good back town center you could grab. But everything getting picked off at this point. There's one gold mine left. Joe's got almost 5,000. He's got so many resources in the bank right now. He just needs to get a town center if he can. Get a town center, he wins the game. It's that simple. My third town center, I should say. We have one siege ship here just to prevent that town center from going up. And here we go. It's looking like he's cleared this out a little bit. The villagers moving forward, ready to grab the town center. It's funny because Joe's basically made no land army for ages. Now we've got some of these Hades Shades coming to help out. And HellsRavage taps out. GG, what a game. Well played, Joe. He's really turned up the heat here. This water micro, this water is so very so impressive, man. It's so good, and he managed to like stay alive for long enough that he could get these ships out. But I think he did it. He did it. Like, I'm surprised he won. And Hells did not get this, even with the 4 town centers. So GG's. I'm gonna have to head off though. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys next time.